think we all agree that the Niners offensive line needs something. What do you think it needs above all else? What is the most important thing that needs to be infused into this group in 2021? Who wants to start?
I can go ahead and start us off.
Okay. All right.
I think the thing they need the most is they need to get their center position figured out. They really got to solidify that, because that's going to solidify the rest of the interior of the offensive line. It's one thing if your tackles are constantly having to try to, they're not fast enough, so they're constantly having to run, fast edge rushers and try to push them outside and around the quarterback. But if you're going to do that, you've got to be able to have a solid core in the middle that the quarterback can step up into and not feel like he's going to get hit in the mouth every time he does it. So that's the primary area that I see they needed to go. Plus, you got that guy's the quarterback of the offensive line, and they've really got to find that. Ever since Richburg went down, they've had some issues there. So that's the direction I think they need to solidify first.
I think the 49ers need a couple things. One, they need that leader. With the Joe Staley loss, they obviously were missing that last year. It was confusing who the leader on the line was. Trent Williams took over, but he's once again a free agent. So they either need Trent Williams back or they need to go get Alex Mack. And then I also think they need a first-round rookie. I think they must draft offensive lineman in the first 2 rounds, or one of the first 2 rounds. And I think if they can trade back and get one of those guys, Jalen Mayfield, Bear Tucker, or Darisaw, that'd be a good pick in my opinion.
Wow, you guys nailed everything. There hasn't really been any continuity at the center position. That's something that the 49ers need to address. And Jack, talking about how the center position's the quarterback of the offensive line, they need a leader to step in, someone that can help facilitate pre-snap protections and make adjustments at the line of scrimmage. And Trent Williams, if he leaves in free agency, that's going to be a huge void at left tackle. A lot of people are assuming that Williams is just going to come back. I don't think it's as simple as that, because he seems to me like the type of guy that's going to be hearing out whatever team offers him the most money. And even if Williams does come back, he gives off an impression that he's very individualistic in the sense he cares more about his own personal play opposed to the play of the entire offensive line. They need someone to come in that can play at a high level and hold his fellow offensive linemen accountable to play at a high level.
I'm glad you said that, Nick, because I think that's my answer. I mean, I know it's my answer. I think it's the right answer. Sure, they need a center, and they need more talent. They need Mike McGlinchey to gain about 20 pounds, but what they ultimately need is a leader in this group. It was Joe Staley, and say what you want about Trent Williams. He's a better player than Joe Staley, no question. He's not a leader. I don't think he ever has been, which I think is partially one of the reasons he's never been on a winning team. But he's a great player. McGlinchey's not a leader, not a good player either. They need to bring in someone who can hold everyone accountable. And what is leadership? Holding people accountable, getting up in their ass like a coach is supposed to. Like, I'm sure Mike McGlinchey got that treatment at Notre Dame. I don't think he was getting it from John Benton. I don't know if Chris Forrester has it in him. I think that was Joe Staley. And now it's got to be someone else. And the thing that's interesting, you guys are all mentioned the center position. Well, I think Alex Mack could serve that function as the leader. He's been around forever. He's extremely accomplished. People respect him. I think he could come onto the team and fill that role in ways that Trent Williams won't. What do you guys think?
100%.
I'm with that.
Alex Mack.
The Alex Mack signing, what it would remind me of if that signing were to go through and the 49ers signed Alex Mack is when the team signed Jonathan Goodwin years ago, and he just kind of fit right in on that offensive line and held it down for 3 years under Jim Harbaugh. So I think bringing in a veteran presence at the center position, someone that you can depend on to stay healthy and has played in a big stage. Alex Mack played in the Super Bowl with Kyle Shanahan. So that's definitely something that the 49ers need to look into.
Yeah, all right, that's a great call.
Oh, good call. I think it's perfect, right? I think it's a perfect fit for on the field in terms of what they need in the locker room, all of it.
Well, I like the Goodwin. I like throwing it back to Jonathan Goodwin from back in 2011, because that was a huge signing. They kind of went under the radar. Nobody really paid attention to that move, and he really solidified that group.
No question.